Hey guys, ScatterTech have made an awesome infographic of the current ongoing tablet war. So let's compare some tablets, shall we? So we have 4 different tablets here, and keep in mind that 3 of these tablets are pretty new and one is like 10 months old. So what are the tablets? Well, if you don't know the tablet's name, I could tell them for you. So from the left we have the BlackBerry Playbook, then we have the Dell 7, and then we have the iPad. And this is the device that is 10 months old, so try to think about that is the iPad 2, okay? Then we have the Motorola Xoom. So what kinds of OSs are these kinds of devices running? First we have the BlackBerry OS, then we have the Dell 7, which is running the Android 2.2. Then we have the iOS on the iPad device, and then we have the new Android 3.0 Honeycomb, a specialized Android version for tablets. So let's start. So first we have how much do these devices weigh? Okay, so the first BlackBerry, the Playbook, is 400 grams, then we have 450 grams on Dell 7, and then we have the fat iPad that have 730 grams, and that's kind of much. Then we have the same weight on the Motorola Xoom, 730, and as you can see, these two devices here, Motorola Xoom and iPad, they are like 10-inch devices. Then we have like 7-inch, so these guys are pretty big. They look very fatty compared to these devices. Okay, so here we can see some comparisons. So first thing, we can see the different networks that could be kind of good to know if you live in the US. We have Sprint, we have T-Mobile, AT&T, and then the Verizon wireless. And then we have 3G. Yeah, that check, everyone got it. 4G. Oh no, the iPad doesn't have it. But there are many things that the iPad doesn't have comparing to these 3 devices because it's an old one. So the iPad 2 is probably going to get 4G, or I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Or I'm not sure. Then we have Wi-Fi, and that's obviously everything. Everyone got it. Then we have the new hotspot feature, and we can see that the Dell 7 got it, and the Motorola Xoom got it. And I've talked about this in the iOS 4.3 update that Apple is going to release this in a future version. So in the iPad 2 you are going to have the hotspot feature. I'm not sure if you're going to have it in the BlackBerry Playbook. Then we can see Bluetooth, yeah, let's check. GPS, yes. 3.5mm audio, yeah, audio jack, so you can listen to use your headphones with your tablet. That's kind of sweet. Then we have the HDMI output. So as we can see, the Playbook got it, and the Motorola Xoom got it, and then the iPad doesn't got it, but the iPad 2 is probably going to get this if we have seen cases, and it seems like the iPad 2 is going to get this. I'm not sure about the Dell 7. Then we have DLNA connectivity, and DLNA stands for the Digital Living Network Alliance, and it's only the Motorola Xoom. Then we have the kind of connection everyone uses, and you can see that the 7 iPad 2, they almost iPad, yeah, iPad 2 is probably going to have the same kind of connection as the first iPad, but they are kind of the same, yeah. And then we have kind of the same on Motorola Xoom and BlackBerry Playbook. And then we have the OS, BlackBerry Tablet OS, Android 2.2, iPhone OS 4. Weird. iOS, oh yeah, it's 4, iOS 4.3. Then we have Android 3.0. Then we have the kind of CPU that they are using, and first we have Texas Instrument OMAP 4. Sounds pretty sweet. Then we have the Tegra 4, the Apple A4, which is probably going to be upgraded in the iPad 2 to A5. Then we have the Tegra 2, same processor or same CPU on the Xoom and the Dell 7. Then we have the dual core thingy, and we can see that the iPad is missing on that, but the next generation is probably going to have it. And then we have available apps, and this is pretty funny because the BlackBerry Playbook OS got only, I think that's 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. Then we have 200,000 Dell 7, 300,000 for iOS, and then we have, yeah, the same because they are both running Android, you know, Google's operating system. Multitasking, we have everything is checked, but you should know that iOS doesn't have, you know, this fully real multitasking, but you can change between apps, you know, they freeze. Then we have Adobe Flash, and this is kind of sad that iPad doesn't really support that, and we are probably not going to see that in a future version of the iPad. Turn-by-turn navigation, I think this has to do with the GPS feature, and only the Dell 7 and the Android devices got it, yeah. Video chat, and yeah, this is the same thing. The iPad 2 is going to have probably a front and rear camera, so we're going to see this FaceTime video chat feature here as well. Then we have pixels per inch, and we can see that the BlackBerry Playbook got the most pixels per inch, so if you like that, you know, go buy that device. And the lowest pixels per inch is the iPad 2, no, iPad 1, but the iPad 2 is probably going to have a much better PPI. And then we have the accelerometer, and this everyone got, yes, obviously. Photosensitivity, I'm not quite sure what that is, but it could be with the screen, yeah, I think so. Yeah, everyone is checked. The proximity sensor, and this is a sensor to, it could detect things that are nearby or nearby objects without having any physical contact, and we could see this feature on the next iPad 2. And then we have this gyroscope feature, and it's not many devices that got this new feature, only the Motorola Xoom. And if you didn't know already, this is a feature that the iPhone 4 got. It's kind of like a new feature, and you can do very cool things with it. We have seen with these kinds of new 3D programs, the Deep End program, you need the gyroscope to create this kind of cool, awesome, epic iOS 3D effect on your home screen. So that is, hopefully, the iPad 2 is going to get it. I'm not sure with the Dell 7 or the BlackBerry Playbook. Compass, yes, checked, not the Playbook though. Barometer, I'm not quite sure why you would want to use a barometer, but yeah, you know, the Motorola Xoom got it. Internal storage, kind of good if you want a lot of storage, and then you should go for either the BlackBerry Playbook or the iPad, and we're probably going to see the same thing in iPad 2. I know I talk a lot about the iPad, but that's just because they aren't having the iPad 2 in this, because I don't think it's kind of fair, because 3 of these devices are really new, and the iPad 2 is probably going to get out, you know, next month or this month. So yeah, that's what I'm talking a lot about the iPad. Then we have a removable storage limit. So it looks like you can remove the storage on the Android devices. So yeah, if you like that, you don't get any storage, including some of these devices that you can remove. Not a memory stick. Everyone hates memory stick nowadays. Max storage, as you can see here, 64, 64, 64. Not on the old Dell 7. It's getting really old right now, it feels like, but yeah, it's not that old. Then we have the camera thingies, and I know it looks kind of sad right now, because iPad, it doesn't have any cameras. It doesn't have, but iPad 2 is going to have 2, so that is kind of awesome. And we can see the video resolution. If you really love video, then you should go for the Playbook, because it supports full 1080p. The front camera here, we can see also that the BlackBerry Playbook is really good at that, 3 megapixels. It got autofocus and image stabilization, same with the Android devices. I don't think we're going to see things like this, like autofocus and image stabilization in the iPad 2, but we are going to see cameras. Video playback, 10 hours, 10 hours, and 10 hours. Dell 7, come on, you can do better than this. Then we have the battery capacity, and we can see that the iPad is going strong there. I'm not sure how it's going to look like on the iPad 2, but it's going strong. We don't have any removable battery, and that's it for this video. So ScatterTech, thanks for this awesome infographic. I loved it, and it's perfect, because now you can compare, but you should really make a new one with iPad 2 in this, because right now it's kind of wrong. You have 3 new devices and 1 really old one, so yeah, I just call iPad old. yeah, it's old. It's a really old one. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.